Hello and welcome to your favorite show that features the brightest minds in Nigeria's creative industry. This is the Camera Lounge Season 2, and it's proudly brought to you by Camera Joint, Nigeria's #1 camera store. I'm Oluka Alayode, your host. You have a chance to win a SONY A7IV camera with a 28 to 70mm kit lens in the Camera Lounge Season 2. Here's all you have to do. Subscribe to the Camera Joint and Mabike Productions YouTube channels. Leave a comment describing what you learned from each episode. Mention a creative icon you'd like interviewed on the show. Camera Joint will announce a winner at a Raffle Draw Live event in June 2023. The Camera Lounge, powered by Camera Joint, supported by Sony Alpha Nigeria, and produced by Mabike Productions. Don't miss it. Our next guest on the show is a Lagos-based beauty, fashion, and lifestyle photographer. Straight out of school in 2015, he decided that it was going to be photography or nothing. Clearly, he has remained on that path, and he has done creditably well for himself, working with celebrities as well as local and international brands across several sectors. We're talking about banking, entertainment, fashion, and even fast-moving consumer goods categories. Clearly, he has cracked the code when it comes to consistently making money. I'm talking about making good money as a professional photographer. And he's going to be talking about those things in the course of the show. So if you are a creative who wants to learn how to consistently make money, then stick around. So I'm so excited to welcome to the Camera Lounge Season 2, Felix Adebayo, also known as Felix Crown. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brilliant to be here. You have a ginormous, absolutely gorgeous studio here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Great.
Yeah.
How long have you been in this studio?
It's been 2 years now that I've been here in the studio. I've moved studio from the mainland down to the island, and then this will be my third studio.
Wow, are you serious? In how many years?
In practically 5 to 6 years.
All right, so everyone comes from a family.
Yeah.
Clearly, you come from one as well.
Yeah, I do.
So, what's your family background?
Okay, my family background, I come from a family of 5. Dad, mom, I have 2 brothers, an elder brother, and then a younger brother. So I'm practically the middle born. Yeah, 3 boys.
Never heard it like that, middleborn. Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 boys practically, and closely knitted. Yeah, and yeah, practically that's it.
All right, so what's your educational background? And I'd like you to segue that into what formed the kind of childhood that you had.
Educational background, I come from, I was born in Elisha, Osun State. Yeah, and then I attended primary school, I attended nursery, I attended secondary school there in Osun State, you understand? Yeah. All through, I think, private schools. I studied agricultural economics also in University of Ibadan, yeah, from 2009 to 2015.
Looking back at your childhood or your early years, what would you say particularly, whether directly or indirectly, prepared you for photography?
Actually, the greatest story the greatest approach to this is that it actually directly affected or tailored me to who I am today. Because growing up, I'm this kind of person that I'm very, very self-aware. So I understand exactly what I want, how I want it, what is good for myself, you understand? So growing up, there was a point in time where I had to take, I think, a passport picture, you understand? And then I had to sit in front of the camera to take it. And then it just intrigued me. Taking a picture and then having to print it and then see yourself on it, you understand? Very young, nothing too much about it. So growing up, I think around 10, 11 years, I stumbled upon a friend that was holding an analog camera, the camera that uses the film, you understand? So I pressured my mom to get me that camera. Like, it's a used camera. It was practically just using it to play. I'm like, I want that camera. I want to know what it does. I'm very, very inquisitive. I'm very, very curious. Anything working when it comes to tech, I want to know how it works. I want to get into the bottom of it, you understand? So my mom was able to get me that camera, and after so much pressure, and I started like playing around with it. I got a film. I think the film was about 250 naira at the time, Fuji film. So I put it inside, read a few instructions about it, never opened it, blah, 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 and all that. So during festive period and everything, extended family comes around. My mom's family, my dad's family comes around during, say, December or Easter. But I think it was December at the time. So I picked up the camera after putting the film and everything, and I started snapping everybody in the house, you understand? Anywhere there is an occasion, maybe they are cooking outside or something, I just take a picture. I just kept on going and going. I never actually developed the film or anything, but I just enjoyed what I was doing. And I never had an idea it was going to tailor me to who I am today, actually, you understand? So finishing in the university, I sat down one day and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do next? I don't want a situation where I start taking certificate of Banda looking for jobs. I mean, nothing is bad there, but this is Nigeria. So I'm like, I need to actually prepare myself for what is ahead of me, you understand? So I sat down and I thought about it, like, okay, what are the things that intrigued me from the childhood? Because I have this ideology that whoever you're going to become in life, for a bit of a space in your childhood is going to reflect, you understand? You just need to take it back, you understand? And I mean, I've seen friends that become maybe doctors now, and then when they were younger, they were always intrigued about the stethoscopes and everything, you understand? So I just sat and I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, there is this part of me that really enjoys taking pictures, you understand? So I got a camera, told my dad to get me a camera, and that is how the journey started. However, I missed the point. So during university, in the farm year, because I studied agricultural economics, there's a particular point in time where they call farm year, which is a 400 level. I got a very small digital camera, the very playful one, where I just documented everything that happened during the farm year, you understand? And then during our presentation phase, I remember vividly my colleagues did not really document so much, and you have to present pictures to support the claim that you actually attended or you were part of the farm year, you understand? So they came to me asking for pictures. Alpha, where's the picture? Where's the picture? Those ones you snap in the Leventis, those ones you snap in all those places. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I started giving them and all that. So I had enough for myself, and I was able to document for my friends as well. So at the time I was thinking about what to do next, that also came to mind, you understand? Like, okay, from childhood I loved taking pictures. Even at 400 level, I was still taking pictures of everybody and everything. I'm like, okay, this is what I will have to do. So I just delved into it head on.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so just down here, 2015, and now you have such a magnificent studio. Give me a sense of your early years facing photography. Has it always been good?
Oh my God, nah. I mean, this is one part of my journey that when I tell people, they find it very, very hard to believe, you understand?
Tell me, I'll believe you. Trust
okay,
me.
so school, that's University of Ibadan, that's when I finished, and I was trying to train myself on photography. I went for this small vocational training that a church organized, which was supposed to teach during I think it's during an ASO strike or something, you understand? Upon getting there, it was not exactly what I envisioned, but I mean, it was helpful, even if it's just maybe 2% of the knowledge about photography, yeah. So I had to go back home, started watching YouTube, watching f-stoppers. I had the whole full folder of videos from different photographers and everything. I really want to know how, and that's something about me. I'm an autodidact. I tend to learn by myself. If I need to learn something, I can go research and then I can. So I'm practically a self-taught photographer in that regards. Yeah. So I read so much about, watched so much videos and everything, which was a lot of questions about it was answered to me and everything. So when I put out that I was a photographer and I was ready to start, earning tokens and everything, sorry to say, but the people did not really respect.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? So you are shaking one kind of thing. I'm not a native of Ibadan.
I mean, it's about 7 years now, and then it's still the same thing.
Oh, wow.
They do not really like or put so much value in photography like that. So I started getting calls from Lagos, thinking I was based in Lagos. So when I get, the first call I got was, I think about a magazine, La Mode magazine. I was supposed to shoot Beverly Osu and Ike Ogbonna, yeah. And then when the person reached out, it wasn't a paid job, it was a collaborative collaboration.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was exciting at the point, like, oh wow. So you guys have been seeing some of my works because I do a lot of collaboration. I will call makeup artists, call hairstylists, let us do something, and then I heard it and all that, you understand? So I started getting calls. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I will travel down, do it, and then travel back to Ibadan, you understand?
Yeah.
So I started shuffling like that until a particular point in time, a friend of mine, Illusions, introduced me to Liberty. Liberty is a photographer as well, and he's based in Canada now. So, so I started talking to Liberty at the point, and then I told him about how it is so much not an easy task to shuffle between. I was like, oh, you can come and stay with me. Very, very, someone I've not even met in person, you understand? I'm like, wow, this is interesting. And since that time, from that time on rather, I was able to secure a few jobs and everything. So I have this small studio in Aja that I used to shoot. And the studio give me the space for, I think, is it 2,000 naira now for maybe the shoots that I want to have, you understand? And then I remember getting my first beauty job, and I charged 5,000 naira for per look.
So that was your first gig in Lagos?
Yeah. Paid job, yeah, exactly. So it was...
So wait, are you saying that you started out just doing collaboration?
Yes.
No, without earning money?
Without earning money.
How long did that last for?
It lasted for over a year.
Who was feeding you?
I mean, I was still collecting 30K stipend from my dad. So it was a transition from getting the 30K stipend from during school time to that point. So it was, there wasn't like a gap, you understand, between it. So it was even my dad that got me the camera. It was, I got the camera in Ibadan as well. It was a D5100 Nikon, and I got one lens. Very excited.
At that time. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad camera.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly. It was a crop sensor, so it was giving me exactly what I wanted.
So that first gig?
Yeah. So it was 5,000 naira that I got paid for the beauty shoot. I paid the studio 3,000 naira because I spent like the full day, and then I got back home with 2,000 naira. So that has been that's how it has always been. I get 4,000 naira paid, and then I pay 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira gets me back home, and all that. You understand? So it was not an easy task at all. It was very, very difficult. And then there are some days that I have to go back to Ibadan as well because I don't want to choke up my friend or something. I see. You understand? So until a point where I got a bigger studio in Surulere, a photographer named Philip Trimnell. Yeah, it was kind enough to say, okay, come and shoot at my studio, and then I get to pay a token as well.
I see.
So that was the progression, basically.
Good. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll delve into how Felix Crown developed his niche. That's in a moment. Don't go away.
Okay, I'm with my best friend. I'm sure you guys know already. My best friends are always the Sony cameras, and this is the A7R5, recently just dropped by Sony Alpha. It's a 60 megapixel camera, and you know my favorite thing about the Sony is the autofocus system. It has an improved autofocus recognition. You can actually save, you know, the subject's face on the camera, and then it follows through anywhere the subject goes through. Your focus is intact. You know, in terms of video, it has 8K at 24p, and then it shoots 4K at 60p. The videos are amazing. I call it a hybrid master because you can actually use it for photography and video at the same time. It shoots 10-bit 422 video options and also includes S-Log3 and Cinetone. It's a very easy way of shooting and getting your images ready for your client. And then in terms of raw files, because I know you're going to be saying it's a 60 megapixels, in terms of raw files, you can actually reduce it and have 26 megapixels and also have 15 megapixels. My best friend is the Sony A7R5. In terms of technology, it's a great camera. In terms of build quality, it's amazing. Ergonomics is amazing. The way, you know, the grip is, it's quite very sturdy and all. Sony camera is my best option. I don't know about you.
Welcome back to the Camera Lounge Season 2, and I have been speaking with Felix Crown. You tried different genres of photography when you started, but over time you were able to narrow down to beauty, fashion, and lifestyle.
Yes.
What factors helped you to narrow down to those genres?
Okay, so like I said, as a very, very self-aware person, I know exactly what to focus on and everything. So at the time I was learning how to become a photographer, how to shoot, how to handle the cameras, I had a few list of photographers, product photographer, landscape photographers, beauty, fashion, high fashion, commercial photographers and everything. And I walked and I watched their works individually to see which one really intrigued me. And then only beauty, high fashion, lifestyle and commercial really stood out. You understand? So I'm like, there is no point actually trying to try so much. Let me just like really focus on this. So I tried products. It wasn't really my thing. I tried landscape, not really my thing. I tried street photography.
Let me ask you, sorry to butt in.
Yeah, it's okay.
How do you know something is not your thing, as opposed to you've not worked hard enough on it for it to give back to you?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. Okay, so how do I put this now? I have a very, very strong intuition, and I follow my intuitions very, very clearly. You understand? No questions asked, no doubts, nothing. You understand? So I tried those different genres, but I'm like, you know what? This is exactly what really intrigues me. You understand? I feel like my mind just draws near to this thing and this thing only. You understand? So it's not like I tried tailoring, I tried makeup, I tried all those things. You understand? It's more or less like I know that this really draws me, and then I really want to do this. So it's more of a strong intuition kind of thing. So it really tailors my decision-making skills as well. So I tried products, not really my thing. I tried street. Street was a very, very kind of funny genre because in Nigeria, you could easily get beaten up in the street. Absolutely. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have the body to fight or anything. So I'm going to just take that off my list. You understand? I mean, if I see pictures, they intrigue me, but I'm like, nah, it's not my thing. You understand? Try landscape and all that, and then nothing. But immediately I tried beauty. I just love the thrilling emotion that comes with beauty, the thrilling emotions that comes with fashion. You understand?
Yeah.
So I get this influx of emotion, influx of happiness, influx of fulfillment that I just kind of get when I shoot beauty, fashion, and all that. So that is how I just, you know what, let me just focus on this, and then I tried as much as possible to follow my mentors in that region, Kelechi Amadiobi, and then on some international photographers as well, you understand? So that is how I was being able to tailor it.
You said at the time that your mission, I want to believe that that's still your mission, is to remove restrictions to creativity. I found that very fascinating. What are the things that restrict creativity, that get you so much that you want to make that your mission?
Okay, yeah, that's still my mission basically. And so I did a little research at the time I was starting photography, just a little small research. And I found out that when photographers start off as a photographer, there's this, oh, I want to be creative. I enjoy being creative. I want to do something great, you understand? They are really focused on that and everything. But as time goes on, and then they figure out that I just figure out that they just relax a bit. I don't know. I feel like it's because of the fact that they have to couple creativity with business. So they need to make money. So they are now more focused on making money than actually being creative. You understand? I mean, there are bills to be paid, so I won't blame them for that decision. But in my own case, I want a situation where that would not restrict me. That will still push me forward. And also the fact that some clients will come to you and then you want to be really creative about it and be like, no, I just want it on the play background. Starting out, I try as much as possible to influence the creative decision or direction of whatever it is that I'm shooting or whoever it is that I'm shooting, you understand? So it has really helped me into achieving this mission and everything. So getting the problem or getting to know the problem helps me to just wave it, and you know what, I know what to push aside now so that it doesn't affect my creativity at all. And then I mean, I've been able to uphold to that mission up to now.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, we thank God for it. Now, I want to ask you, what was your first major break, whether financially or in terms of exposure? What was that job that brought you success?
Okay, so with me, it's more or less like a progressive journey. It's a progressive process, you understand? So I'm shooting something today and then that thing is getting really blown, like, wow, you're really good. And then the next thing I'm shooting is like blown up and everything, and the next thing. So it doesn't really sit on the fact that it's maybe a particular one or a particular two on or something. So it's quite progressive. But there is a very, very key point in my career, which was when I shot Toke Makinwa. That was our first birthday shoot that she did. It was by the beach and everything, which really went far.
Who reached out?
Toke reached out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you were becoming a name at that time.
At that time.
What year was that?
I can't remember precisely, but I can say it's 2018 or 19. Yeah, but I'm not precise. Yeah. So yeah, so I was already making him. That's why I said it's a progressive process with me. Yeah.
I see. There are a lot of people who are doing fantastic collaborations in terms of even output from those collaborations.
Yes.
But are not essentially going home happy in terms of what's left in their account.
Okay.
That suggests to me that there must be a smart way to do collaboration.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you are a story, you're a good story from collaboration.
Oh yeah.
So what's the smart way to go about collaboration?
Collaboration is very, very important. I mean, I know a lot of photographers have heard that, oh, do not do collaborations. If they are not paying you, just move and everything. But there is a very, very smart way of approaching it, you understand? So there's something called ROI, return on investment. For everything you do, for everything you buy, for everything you invest in, there is an ROI, you understand? If you look at it from a business perspective, you understand that collaboration is actually very, very important. Now,
so what's the science to it?
Now, the first collaboration with a celebrity that I did was that magazine shoot. Then the next one following was with Toke as well. You understand? So Toke reached out and, oh, they want to do a collaborative shoot and everything. Now, this is how I approach collaboration. I'm looking at one or two different aspects to it. Is it bringing me money? If it's not like my fully paid fee, is it giving me maybe just like a stipend, if I can use that word, you understand?
Yeah. To manage the cost
To manage
of
the
production.
cost of production, exactly. Are they paying for maybe retouching or whatnot, you understand? If not, what about exposure? Exposure is something, you understand? I had about maybe 16K or 8K followers at the, okay, I think 16K followers at the point, you understand? So, and I need to reach more audience. I need people, because visibility is very, very important.
Absolutely.
So if we are not going to call it exposure, let's call it visibility, you understand? Now, the people that you want to work with, consider them in terms of the makeup artist, who is she? The hairstylist, who is she or him? The subject itself, is he a celebrity that has a huge following? And then what's the base of this following? Is it your clientele base? Do you want to work in that direction? If the likes of someone that you don't want their, what's it called? Their clients or follower base to reach out to you, then you will not go ahead to it. So Toke was someone that stood out, you understand? She's an high fashionista, you understand? So, and I know that a lot of people that follow her are really good people that I want to be in my client base. So I'm like, okay, why not? And I delved into it. So that is how I approach collaboration. A lot of people have reached out over time, and I'm like, you know what, this is not what, or this is not good for me.
In 2022, that was last year, you mentioned in an interview that you clocked between 5 to 8 million naira monthly.
In a good month.
Yeah, but the truth is, on a global scale, that's not even a bad result at all, because even in America, an average professional photographer will make between around $4,100 per month. So that's a good record. Yeah. So it means that you have something to teach photographers about how to make money. What's the secret?
Okay. I think one of the main secrets, or the key secrets with me, is always put your best work out, and then always push something out, you understand, in terms of content, you understand. It's something that I've tried. So there was a particular month that I just stopped posting or something, and then the inquiries reduced. And then the following month I picked it up, and then I was posting back to back, you understand. And then when I say back to back, I'm practically posting jobs like every day, you understand, except maybe Sundays, you understand. And then inquiries started coming in.
Yeah, because there's a way that gives anyone following a sense that this guy is doing well, he's busy.
Exactly.
And people want to associate with that.
Exactly. So they want to tap in.
So it's a psychological thing.
Exactly. You understand? And then always reinvent yourself. You understand? People do not come to me because what I pushed out this year or this month was what I pushed out 2 years ago. You understand? I always like create trends. I always try to, you know what, I've tried this, let me try it this way. So when I try this way, people are intrigued about it. Like,
give me an example.
Okay, so an example is the mirror set that is going around right now. So the mirror set in the photography industry generally is not a new thing, you understand? But I brought it into the Nigerian market, you understand? And then I pushed it out. The first person I shot on it was Idia Esen, you understand? And it came out really brilliant. At the time, people did not really reach out for that set again. So I started pushing more of it out. I would do shoots, and I'm like, clients, you know what, I want to do something for you. I want to create a mirror set for you. And then I'll create it and then shoot on it. And they'll be like, oh, this is actually nice. So inquiries started coming about, I want this set, I want this set, I want this set. And then before you know, other photographers started jumping on it, you understand? And then there was a point in time too that I started using a particular kind of lighting that just circles the face or the subject, you understand? When they see something like that, it's new. Other celebrities have not had the kind of experience. They come for it. And then you see them. So when I started, they were sending pictures of other works, other images they've downloaded from Pinterest and all that. But since I started creating trends, they will send my pictures like, this is exactly what I want. Wow. And then other photographers have told me how much they send my pictures to them and be like, I want you to recreate this. Like, come on, I'm not Felix. You understand? So when you try to create trends and then stay there, people would reach out because they love something new.
All right, so what exactly is the Felix crown effect? I hear that a lot, Felix crown effect. I know it's not in the dictionary, but what is? Now
I mean, it's going to the dictionary. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never regarded it as a thing. You understand? I was just being myself. I'm just doing my thing. You understand? And then I just loved. I think I came across someone wrote something about the effect and everything, and I'm like, okay. It started off as an hashtag, the Felix effect on the Felix in my hashtag and everything, and people like
it just caught fire.
It just caught fire. You understand? There was a point in time where I shot a client. I think it was a very, there are bad days. You understand? So the pictures really did not come up pleasing to her, and she was like, she needs to explain what. I'm like, tell me exactly what is wrong. Is it the editing? She was like, no, that it looks fine and everything, and I can take it from another photographer, but I'm looking for something. It doesn't have the Felix effect. I'm like, God, I don't even know what that thing
Even
is.
you don't know.
I don't. I'm being very, very sincere with you. So if I'm on set and they're like, give me the Felix effect, I'm like, okay, where is it? Is it the camera? Is it? So it started off like that, and I feel like it's actually my style. At the end of the day, you understand? So they look at even down to post-production. So even if I shoot, there's the Felix effect there. But when I post-produce, when I retouch and all that, there is still more to it, you understand? And then I have a friend, Style Territory. She took it upon her head and be like, yeah, that Felix effect is a thing. So when I shoot with her, she's a stylist, and maybe it's not good. She was like, Felix, you are not giving me that Felix effect. Wow. I'm like, come on. And then she pushes me so much that she'll be like, okay, yeah, that is it. And I'm like, come on, I didn't do so much difference, but yeah, that's more like it.
You have a chance to win a Sony A7IV camera with a 28 to 70mm kit lens in the Camera Lounge Season 2. Here's all you have to do. Subscribe to the Camera Joint and Mabike Productions YouTube channels. Leave a comment describing what you learned from each episode. Mention a creative icon you'd like interviewed on the show. Camera Joint will announce a winner at a Raffle Draw Live event in June 2023. The Camera Lounge, powered by Camera Joint, supported by Sony Alpha Nigeria, and produced by Mabike Productions. Don't miss it. Good. So your genre of photography, or the genres that you play in or play by, they are such that they require very real connection with whoever it is in front of your lenses, and that tells you that customer relations is a key part of what you do. But at times you realize that with your best effort, you're still going to have some clients that you're going to have problems with. Can you give us examples and how you resolve them?
Okay, you are very, very right. Like, it is the psychological aspect. I mean, it's something that I even told my manager that I wanted to address, maybe go on live video and talk about it, because a lot of people do not know that there's a psychological aspect to photography. You understand? Right now, I have a client relation manager, which is my manager as well, and she handles that, and I've been able to train her in that aspect on how to handle these people. Yeah. So it started off as being very, very open to your client. You understand? Open, tell them what you want to do, communicate with them, hype them up and everything, you understand? So we play music, we try as much as possible, my team try as much as possible to be very, very vibrant on set and everything. So it will rub off from the rest of the people. Anybody that we see that it's giving a kind of, we just tell them, can you just move back a little or something, you understand? So that's really helps. So for this particular client that wasn't just having it, so our friends, our family, it was a wedding client, they were calling her, your husband is not in the hall, where is he, blah, blah, blah. They were talking so much about, and then it really affected her. And then the next thing to it is my manager approached her and then just tried to calm her down, talk to her and everything, and just tell her that, you know what, this is your day and everything. And that is what I used to do as well, you understand? I approached them, I talked to them like, hi, what's up, how you doing, blah, 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 and everything. And then when I see that they are off, I approach them like, see, I need your modes to be right, because there is a synergy that needs to go through from you to me, from me to you, you understand? And then there's nobody you talk to like that that will not actually reason with you and be like, you know what, okay, all right, I'm going to give it the best and everything. And then we start hyping them up and everything, and it works all the time.
What is the worst nightmare that you've had?
Photography almost drove me to depression.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Okay, so there's this particular client that I shot a maternity shoot, you understand? She wasn't pleased with the images at all, you understand? And then I was, I didn't know the best way to approach it. She called and said, oh, this, that, like, I don't like the images. Started sending me pictures of what I've done of maternity images, like, see Tanya, see Adesua, see their images came out, well, why is my own coming out? Is it because this, is it because that, and all that? I'm like, how do I handle this? So, I mean, which is my fault, by the way, on how I approached it. I was like, okay, how about I do a free shoot for you and then you use another stylist? And I'm talking to photographers right now. Never approach a situation like that. Like, it was a very, very tough situation in my life, or a tough time in my life. So
never ever approach a situation like how?
Like you're trying to falter someone's another creative effort for the results of
from a collaborator on the project, like a makeup artist or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So if there is a fault on set, say it on set as it is. Approach the person. Let them know that you're not pleased with how things are going, and you probably want them to switch maybe the makeup or something.
Oh,
and
did you realize that on set?
No.
Okay.
I actually realized that, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, so you just let it fly?
I just let it fly. I'm thinking maybe when the images are done, she will be okay with it.
You'll be able to do magic in post-production.
Exactly.
You're doing well.
But nah, it didn't work. You understand? So I said, let us switch the, because everybody she was pointing, all the other clients that she was pointing their images, I'm like, these people are the people that did this, that did that. Let us approach it this way. And then my client told the stylist involved, and the stylist called me.
Ouch.
And by the way, the clients, I've worked with the clients before, but the job came through the stylist. So it was the stylist, like, okay, the client said, I'm going to tell this person to call you for a maternity. And then the person called me, which is the stylist, and we arranged everything and everything. So the client called the stylist and told her that this is what the person that you brought to me said and everything.
Wow.
And then she called me, I'm like, wow, you are trying to take food off my table.
Wow.
This and that. I mean, we are very cool now, by the way.
Yeah, I understand, but it wasn't going to be a funny situation.
I couldn't sleep, man. I tried so much to make the images better by putting extra things and everything, nothing. It never really worked.
So how did you resolve it?
I just apologized. I started sending people to her, because now it was the client that wasn't pleased.
Yes.
But the way I handled it, now two people.
I'm sorry for you.
Man, I learned my lesson, bro. So I started sending friends and colleagues to her to help me apologize, to help me tell her, I'm sorry, I should have not approached it this way and everything. I was just trying to salvage the situation just to please the client, because I strive for clients' satisfaction at the end of the day.
All right, so let me ask you this. Now you know better, you're older, you're smarter.
Yeah.
If something like that happens again, a situation like that happens again, what would you do differently?
You address it on set, like right there. So the client comes out, you're probably seeing that the eyebrow was maybe going this way. Call the makeup artist. Hi, what's up? This eyebrow, I'm not sure it's working. I'm not sure it's working for me, you understand? Can we have it this way? And then I will first talk to so the client doesn't feel somehow.
Yes.
And then when she says, oh, really? Did you want me to do it this way? Oh, yes, please. And then she goes, correct it. Hey, now, this is perfect. And then maybe in a situation where we can't correct it, or it's something we can't correct on set, I tell them, ma, this is the situation. I'm not sure I can be able to perform magic on this to make it better, but I might try. But this is it. So if it doesn't come out, I've already put it out.
Disclaimer, you're upfront.
Put it out right there. Whatever thing you notice about the hair, the lace is not fixed well, don't just assume you're going to fix it well. Because they will come back to you and say the lace is not fixed well. Because everybody looks at photographers as surgeon. You do lipo.
And magician.
You do liposuction, you fix hair.
Wow, interesting.
You understand? So right there, just address it so that when they come back and then have everything written down, everything. So if you can't call and it's on the phone, everything happened. Sequel to our conversation. This is it. So that when they come back, they'll be like, but you said you're going to fix it in post-production, madam. Reference. I didn't say that. I told you I will try, but now it's not working. You understand? So that is the best way. Never leave anything out to post-production.
Now, I'm talking to a tech enthusiast here. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, he'll be talking to us about what he thinks about the impact of technology on the future of photography. That's in a moment. Don't go away. You have a chance to win a SONY A7IV IV camera with a 28 to 70mm kit lens in the Camera Lounge Season 2. Here's all you have to do. Subscribe to the Camera Joint and Mabike Productions YouTube channels. Leave a comment describing what you learned from each episode. Mention a creative icon you'd like interviewed on the show. Camera Joint will announce a winner at a Raffle Draw Live event in June 2023. The Camera Lounge, powered by Camera Joint, supported by Sony Alpha Nigeria and produced by Mabike Productions. Don't miss it. Welcome back. You've been watching the Camera Lounge Season 2 and I've been speaking with Felix Crown. Now, well, maybe you should know, I should say this again, he's a very, very serious IT enthusiast. Now, I want you to talk about your view on where technology meets photography. Of course, you know that even the cameras are a result of technology, but we're talking about IT here and artificial intelligence, machine learning and things like that. Now, when you look farther into the future of photography, what do you see between photography? What future do you see between photography and tech?
You know, the evolution of technology in every sphere of life is actually growing at a very exponential rate. You understand? I mean, take it back to, say, 50 years back, the growth of technology was probably going this way, but now it's going in a very, very sharp way. You understand? So the easier people understand and accept this, the better it is for them. You understand? So, I mean, our cameras now have autofocus. Autofocus was a technology introduced, I mean, far back, I think 10 years or 20 years ago. I can't really pinpoint, you understand? So everybody just does the manual focus and everything, and then it's introduced. And then before you know it, you'll be amazed that AI is going to be introduced into these cameras now. You understand? Machine learning, I mean, there are tons and vast knowledge now in the globe that is enough for someone to be able to impute this in the machine learning system to be able to give you a feedback of, and that is what AI is really is in the layman term of it, you understand? So looking at it forward in the year, I feel like it's going to be really drastic. And then if you do not move with the wind, it's going to, if you don't evolve with it, it's going to really drop you back, and then people are going to go faster than you. If I want to create something for a client, they send mood boards, or we create mood boards for them. Mood boards are basically pictures that just tailor what you want to do and everything.
Yeah.
So it's a situation where you go on Pinterest or Instagram or whatnot, pick out some images, and this is what I want to do. But now, I create these mood boards from my imaginations now. You understand? So I want to create something with a client. You understand? I want to create maybe a garden set. But everything is in my head, right?
Yeah.
I will have to look for the image. But I can just write these things on this AI platform, and it will give me feedback of what these images are. You understand? It's exactly what it is. So it tailors me into actually creating first from my imaginations to actually portraying it. Now, I saw a video on someone's page. It's an AI enthusiast as well. And after creating that image from what's it called, from AI, it shot the person, infused it, and started drawing on it. So it helps to actually make even images way better and all that. I mean, if I want to shoot a beauty image for maybe a brand and we are looking for ideas and everything, it's something I can just put up. I mean, I have tons of images on that, you understand, and share to them like, this is my idea. So when I create image, the image is original. the image is not created. So I mean, I can easily also search if that kind of images are on the internet already, you understand? So I see technology, I see AI actually increasing and helping photographers, you understand? People are seeing it as a phase where it's going to take jobs from them and everything, but if you can tailor it to your advantage, it's going to really, really help.
Yeah, so technology and all, you still have to receive briefs from your clients, or for those who can create briefs, you know, you have a conversation with them to know, okay, this is where you're going. I want you to tell me what's been the most complicated or most challenging brief you've ever worked on.
What is coming to me right now is actually a job that I did for Union Bank. It was my highest paid job now, right now. So it was really huge because I was supposed to create a photo bank for them. And a photo bank is you creating a lot of images that can be used for ads, can be used for commercial reasons and everything, you understand? So we need to tailor it in such a way that I have to influence model's emotion, influence the kind of setup, the angles and everything, which is quite taxing, you understand? So and I was able to approach it in a very, very good way, and was able to smash it as well. So so I don't have anyone that is really, really challenging right now, and I actually love challenging.
You are the challenge.
Oh God.
The
So any brief that I see that is really challenging, I'm head on it. Like, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to do this.
So with technology, it means that all photographers, all creatives have to ensure that they are constantly developing.
Yes, please.
Now, even with this kind of space that you occupy and even the level of influence that you have in the industry, you also have to build a structure around your continuous improvement. Can you share that? What are the things you do maybe on a daily basis or a weekly basis or monthly or quarterly basis that ensures that you are on top of your game?
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, first foremost is I'm a Christian, so God is a very, very important part of my life. The Holy Spirit is very, very important part of my life, yeah. So I always involve the Holy Spirit in my day-to-day life, you understand? There are days that I'm on set, I'm probably not feeling it and everything. I'm just speak to the Holy Spirit, like, please, just ginger me. You're the creator.
Yeah.
I need the ginger.
Yeah, the chief creator.
Yeah. So, and the other thing I do is I keep on learning. You understand? I keep on learning. There is this particular photographer that I watched growing up as a photographer, you understand, which is Gavin Ori. He shoots in a small space, and starting up, my space was very, very small. It's just a one-bedroom apartment, you understand. So it was the one that was able to teach me how to shoot in a small space. Until this moment, given that I have big space, I still watch his videos, you understand? Because if you can shoot in a small space, you can shoot anywhere.
That's true.
Anywhere, you understand? So the way he lights, the way you interact with his light and set it up and everything is very intriguing. And then he's so creative, you understand? So I still keep on learning and all that. And I have a great team around me as well. I make sure that my team is good. I make sure that they are okay. And then when I need a feedback or need something from them, they are giving me, you understand? And then also, for my team, I don't put so much on myself right now at this moment, you understand? So I have someone talking to the client. And this person, my manager talking to the client, is able to creatively tailor clients and tell them that, okay, we can do this, we can't do this. If she can't undo anything, she comes back to me and everything. And then she's doing extremely well, you understand? So that is, I shed a few burdens on my shoulders so that I can be able to focus solely on the photography and the post-production and the creative aspect of it, you understand? And I have assistants, I have researchers and everything. So these are the things that actually I've been able to practically help me stay on the game. So I do a lot of research as well, see what is in the vogue. I don't like to jump on vogue, like on trends like that. I like to create trends myself, you understand? I say, okay, no, I'm not going to try this. Let's try it this way, you understand? Pick this one, pick this one, pick this one, merge it together, recycle it,
Yeah.
and then turn it
and
to
make
mine.
it your own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, good. You are that kind of person who is disciplined enough to learn by themselves. You know what you need to learn, you know how to put your head down to learn. But it's not everyone who is like that. And that tells, that's the reason for trainings. And you're also big on education as well. You're a teacher. So tell me about what's unique about the training programs and workshops that you hold.
Oh yeah, so I think I've only held one paid workshop and two other in 2022 that was more or less like giving back to the society, helping beginners and everything, you understand. But I have this program, which is a mentorship program, that what it does for you is that, because I feel like photography is personal. There's a level of photography that I've been able to achieve or come to that I feel like not a lot of people know that there's an underlying secret to it, and that is actually self-awareness and intuition, which plays a very, very important role when it comes to me. And I see a lot of other photographers, I feel like that thing plays an important role to them. So when that mentorship program helps you to learn all the technicalities of photography, but you are close to me as well. You understand? So you can call me anytime, you can relate to me on any time on a mentor-mentee kind of basis. So we are sitting down, I'm teaching you some things, I'm giving you experiences on how I handled some issues, and tell you about how I've been able to listen to my inner voice to be able to make some decisions and all that, you understand, and everything. Even down to the business aspect of photography, what I did, the things that I learned, all those things. So with me, when the mentorship program comes in, you're learning a whole lot of things down to life in basis, how to listen to your inner voice, how to actually decide things by yourself, how to discipline yourself to this, you understand? So I'm acting as an accountability partner to you in the process as well, you understand? So it's different from the regular workshop where you just come in, I teach you, and then you go. You understand? I mean, I cannot reach every photographer to be able to teach them, you understand, or people that send DM or emails and everything. But if you go through these mentorship programs, you learn even more than what you're coming for.
Now, you said something very powerful: personal awareness and intuition.
Yeah.
How does one develop that? How do you develop the confidence to go with your intuition?
Okay, so, for you to be good at something, you need to be bad first. So if you're ready to be bad at it, that's the beginner stage of it. You understand? Because a lot of people don't want to be bad at something. Oh, let me just say, okay, I make a decision and then it's bad. They will never want to face the point where they make a decision for themselves anymore. You understand? So if you're ready to be bad at something, that's a good step to be good at it.
Meaning,
now,
get ready to fail.
Get ready to fail. Embrace failure very well.
Wow.
Like, embrace it very well. It's a situation where you get to be alone. So it's not loneliness, but it's solitude.
Yeah.
Being alone. Be comfortable with being alone. When you're alone, there's a lot of things that goes in your head. By the time you train yourself and you are alone so much, there is this one voice that will be so calm and all that just listen to it. So if you can be able to be alone by yourself and listen, you can build it. You understand? Now,
that sounds like meditation to me, a kind of meditation.
That's it.
When we talk about meditation, I never imagined that we'll be talking about meditation
I mean,
on this show.
On this show,
but
yeah.
let's explore it a bit.
All right.
Now, the term meditation seems to be very vague for a lot of people. They don't seem to understand it. So when you meditate, give us the kind of idea or signals that hit you. Because again, at the beginning of meditation, there are a lot of things rushing through your mind.
Yeah.
How do you identify that you've hit something?
Okay. So when you're meditating, the world is noisy, yeah? Even if you're here alone, it's still noisy. So you need an external element to help you focus. So with me, it's stream noise or stream sounds, river sounds.
Yeah.
So when I put on river sounds, it silences all voices in my head. And then it's different with people. There
Yeah.
are some people it's brown noise, white noise,
Yeah.
or whatnot.
Or soft rain.
Yeah, or soft rain. So figure out what works for you. So when I put it on, it silence. Just give me a few, like 5 minutes. It silence all the voices in my head. So, but one voice keeps coming back. You understand? And then I can focus on one thing at a time. Is it my breathing? Is it my heartbeat? You understand? So when I focus on that, I try as much as possible to now think about what I want answers for. I mean, apart from the place of prayer.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand? So even after prayer, I do that as well. So what I want answers for, let's say I'm trying to create something new. I'm tired of a trend. This is what I do on a regular basis, you understand? So I close my eyes, I play the river sound, I just keep thinking. And then there's this thing that just drops in my mind to try out. And then whatever time it is, if I see an image representing that, I send it to my manager. Keep this, I want to try this. You understand? So those are the things that create trends for me. Now, in the parts of, what's it called? In the part of business, maybe a client is reaching out to me and all that, and I don't know how to handle it. So I don't rush to give clients answers. I tell them, you know what, give me a few time, let me just think about this. You understand? So I sit back down, do this process again, and then just listen, and then the answers just come to me. It will be one soft voice. If it's two, you get it's all get mumbled up, you understand? But you can be able to sieve it through, and then be able to envision the client's response, the scenario following it. If you can do that, you can tailor your answers to the next thing. So it's just perfect that way.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
you.
But before I let you go, I want to ask, what else do you do aside from photography?
Aside photography, in terms of what makes me money or hobbies or
Yeah,
whatnot?
yes. So we can do those two.
Okay.
What you invest in aside from
Oh
photography?
yeah.
And what else you do?
Basically getting to know about me. All right, so I'm an investor. You understand? I have I think a moderate risk appetite.
Yeah.
So I invest in real estate. I invest in dollars. You understand? Because photography really takes 100% of my time, so I don't have time to delve into. So I invest in real estate, a few shortlets, and then I do dollars. You understand? I have this app called RiceVest where I just try as much as possible to invest
as much.
Yeah, I tried stock. I don't understand finance that much.
I feel you. I feel
So
you.
finance is not my. You understand? Yeah. For hobbies, I love the beach. You understand? Okay, and then that's another.
There goes the
aspect.
water sound again. I see.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. So that's
I
it.
see the connection there.
Nature heals me. So when I'm stressed, when I'm going through it, when I'm overwhelmed, I just go to the beach. Just hear the waves clashing and all that. It's music to my ear, the winds and everything. So it heals me. You understand? So I love the beach. I play volleyball. I play games sometimes in my free times as well. And then I invest so much time in AI as well.
I see.
Yeah, because I want to get into the depth of it.
It's that time of the show where we go through some of your favorite images.
Okay.
I know for photographers like you, it's difficult to pick a best picture, all right? But let's go through some of your favorite pictures. Let's begin with this one.
This is Adesua.
Hey, Tommy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what's this about? Why is she lying down?
Okay, so I think we were done with the shoots. I just brought that. I'm like, you know what, Adesua, and I do this a lot. I'm like, Adesua, I just want to try something with you, something different. I mean, this is the beginning of me using mirrors to do experiments and all that. So I dragged the mirror, put it on set, put the what's it called, a optical snoot on her, and just told her to just lie down and all that. And then she did, and it came out this way. So it was a natural, just a resting state with too much or a little productivity.
Lovely. And I love the rose red tone
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
It was solid.
Oh, sorry, I didn't talk about the lighting. 2 lightings, the one with the cone and then the red lights filling up.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Fantastic. So where in the world is this?
This is Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow. Wow. So tell me about this. What's that web-like set of...
Okay, so for this shoot, there's a backstory to it. Choma, I shoot her birthday going 3 years now, every year, you understand? So she reached out to me about her birthday. I'm like, I want you to do something. And something that actually strikes me with my favorite pictures are that when clients give me creative freedom. I love it so much, you understand? So Choma is someone that, Felix, do your thing. I trust you, you understand? So we went to the beach, and then she wore the outfit. I'm like, and I cited that thing on the beach. It was a beach that was actually ongoing. They've not finished it. I think they finished now. And I'm like, that is where I want to do this outfit, because it's a very, very different kind of outfit. And then we shot there. They came trying to chase us away. She said, like, tell them it is Choma from what's that show called? Real Housewives of Lagos, you understand? And then some people went. Why they went, I was just like, Choma, just focus.
Correct.
Just keep shooting, and then it came out this way. I mean, a lot of people were asking, where is this shot? Where is this shot? Like, it's unbelievable. It's Nigeria.
Beautiful. I also like the way you played with the skyline in this next one, and the fluffy, flurry.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Okay, so this is a collaborative shoot with my friends, Type Territory, Aduke, Zubi, and all that, you understand? So we created this, and it was in an uncompleted building. And then I'm like, you know what, just stay on it's a long window.
Oh, so you were standing inside, close to the entrance.
Exactly, you understand? And then, no, it wasn't an entrance, it was a window.
Oh.
Because she's practically sitting on the window, you understand? But there wasn't any burglary or anything.
Okay,
it's uncompleted. So I just shot her through it and all that. So while editing, I'm like, I want to give the feel of surreal, avant-garde kind of feel. So I played with motion blur, played with doves and the skyline. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic set of images there. Beautiful.
You.
And now I can see why they keep coming back. Lovely,
yeah,
lovely.
You so much.
Well, thank you so very much, Felix Crown, for being a part of the show and allowing us into this beautiful space.
You're welcome.
Thank you so very much for joining us on the Camera Lounge today. I am Kayode Alayande. Bye now. You have a chance to win a Sony A7IV camera with a 28 to 70mm kit lens in the Camera Lounge Season 2. Here's all you have to do. Subscribe to the Camera Joint and Mabike Productions YouTube channels. Leave a comment describing what you learned from each episode. Mention a creative icon you'd like interviewed on the show. Camera Joint will announce a winner at a Raffle Draw Live event in June 2023. The Camera Lounge, powered by Camera Joint, supported by Sony Alpha Nigeria, and produced by Mabike Productions. Don't miss it.
Okay, and with my best friend, I'm sure you guys know already, my best friends are always the Sony cameras, and this is the A7R5, recently just dropped by Sony Alpha. It's a 60 megapixel camera, and you know my favorite thing about the Sony is the autofocus system. It has an improved autofocus recognition. You can actually save, you know, the subject's face on the camera, and then it follows through anywhere the subject goes through. Your focus is intact. You know, in terms of video, it has 8K at 24p, and then it shoots 4K at 60p. The videos are amazing. I call it a hybrid master because you can actually use it for photography and video at the same time. It shoots 10-bit 422 video options and also includes S-Log 3 and Cinetone. It's a very easy way of shooting and getting your images ready for your client. And then in terms of raw files, because I know you're going to be saying it's a 60 megapixels, in terms of raw files, you can actually reduce it and have 26 megapixels and also have 15 megapixels. My best friend is the Sony A7R5. In terms of technology, it's a great camera. In terms of build quality, it's amazing. Ergonomics is amazing. The way, you know, the grip is, it's quite very sturdy and all. Sony camera is my best option. I don't know about you.